Mark and Jane, we're about 3 hours out from when the initial call was made about a shooting that happened here on West 10th Avenue on the lower South Hill in Spokane. The newest information that we have for you now at 6 p.m. is that the search, the canine search that was ongoing throughout the afternoon, has now been suspended. They have suspended the search for the 25 to 35-year-old black female that was on the run after this shooting. They are still searching actively in their vehicles, but no canines right now, and it doesn't appear to be any helicopters in the air right now.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, we're live outside of Kootenai Health, where that officer has been transported to and is in surgery last time we were notified. We are on the 2900 block of West Geiger. This is where both the Spokane waste to energy site and the waste management recycling center are. And right now we're seeing the majority of police activity in front of the waste management site. Now, the reason why I point this out is because the waste to energy facility is where we were told the body was found. Safely disposing of opioids isn't as easy as just throwing them in the trash can. They can end up in our landfill, affecting animals and nature. But there's a new program through Walmart that aims to help protect you and your family. Hey guys, so we are seeing pretty much history in progress, a tradition in progress, as kids from the Hutton Settlement are enjoying the grand opening and the very first ride of the Loof Carousel in downtown Spokane. Welcome back, everyone, to Tourist in Your Town with the one and only Kate Hudson.
Hello.
As you can tell, we are not in the normal KREM 2 studio, and that's because
we're taking the show on the road.
That's exactly right. We are right now at the First Interstate Center for the Arts, which happens to be kind of a focal point of a couple of the events that are happening this week.
Exactly. We start with Jason Mraz.
Welcome, everyone, and thanks for staying up late with us. I'm Evan Noorani. We are now only 2 days away from Christmas, and Christmas Eve is just about an hour from now. Last night we saw a bit of fresh snow that came down here locally with heavier snow over the mountain passes. Michelle Boss has been tracking the trouble spots and our chances of any additional snowfall. She joins us now from the Weather Center. And now to the wildfires burning in our area. The Crescent Mountain Fire is burning in Okanogan County. It's been burning for almost a month now, and evacuations are still in place tonight. Level 3 evacuations are in effect for all residents living west of the Little Bridge Creek intersection in the Twist River Valley. Level 3 means leave immediately. Level 2 evacuations are also in effect for those living west of Newby Creek Road to Little Bridge Creek Road in the Twist River Valley. Level 2 means be ready to leave at any moment's notice. President Donald Trump has named Washington State native Deputy Defense Chief Patrick Shanahan as acting U.S. Defense Secretary. He will take over the position January 1st. The move comes 3 days after Defense Secretary James Mattis resigned over Trump's decision to pull all U.S. troops out of Syria. Still ahead, he waited 50 years for his name to be called in front of thousands, and tonight Jerry KRAMER is receiving the honor that many say he deserves. Our sports director Darnay Tripp is in Ohio for his Hall of Fame induction ceremony. More on that next.
Around her. They also greeted her with warm blankets because it's about 20 degrees there today.
I cannot even imagine what it is like coming back down to earth. It must seem like a dream, you know, being surrounded by human beings and gravity. It just must seem all so surreal.
A bag of coffee beans, and you get a $10 gift card to Thomas Hammer Coffee Roasters.
That's right. You are pretty much set. I mean, depending on how much coffee you drink, that can go a long way, right?
And you know, the best part is, she said it's the best coffee ever. So it's good coffee, too. See? You know, it's one thing to wake up with mediocre coffee, but to wake up with good coffee.
Oh, no, we don't give the bottom of the barrel stuff. Well, plenty of high school sports teams are headed back to practice for their fall season, but when it comes to forecasting air quality, it's kind of tough to follow any strict schedule. Yesterday, our air quality index dropped by more than half thanks to high winds and some showers around the region. While we can forecast jumps and drops in air quality outside of a few days in advance, it makes it more difficult to say. Forecasting 24 to 48 hours ahead is generally the most accurate. We have a better idea of wind speed and direction and the size of wildfires. But beyond that, things can change quickly. New fires can start up or winds can change direction, all contributing to a flawed forecast. For the remainder of this week, we see strong winds continue to push smoke away from the northwest, plus a cold front moves in this weekend that could bring showers, which also helps clear the air. But beyond a few days in advance, it's always best to just check with your regional monitoring services, and if any of those numbers are above unhealthy, maybe stick to practice indoors or give it a rest for the day. For KREM 2 News, I'm Evan Noorani. Space travel hasn't always been on Sarah Lynn's radar.
I think it's definitely my last 2 years of high school. I've been more interested in math and sciences.
And as that passion grew, so did her opportunity. One of those opportunities being accepted into a leadership program at the United States Space and Rocket Center in Alabama.
It's such a scary process, and you're like, I'm never going to make it in. You know, it's something you just don't even think is possible.
This weekend marks her second year in the Honeywell Leadership Challenge Academy, this time as an ambassador to young students. It's a program developed with the Space and Rocket Center, encouraging students to pursue STEM careers, or careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. At the young age of 18, she's already experienced things like zero gravity and rocket launch simulators, but her sights are set on goals much bigger than just simulations.
To be able to go into space would just be an amazing experience, because to be able to look onto Earth and make it look so small, I mean, that's just incredible.
Her drive and passion comes at a good time. NASA's top brass says they need more women in the space science field, and Sarah is up for that challenge.
Nowadays, women are so much more interested in math and sciences and becoming an engineer, because really it's just whatever people want to be, they are now. And I think that Space Camp just really includes everybody, different types of people, which is great.
For the next week, Sarah will continue to fine-tune her science skills, building and testing model rockets, learning to code, and simulating NASA training missions. Sarah says she looks up to people like Anne McLean, a Spokane native who's leaving for space later this year.
I think I have always tried to do stuff that's like out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary for now, but maybe one day out of this world. In Spokane, Evan Noorani, KRAMER 2 News.